Hello guys, good morning. This is your boy Jonathan. Today I'm gonna make it specifically about trading in general, not cryptocurrency. I'm talking about trading because this is my first uh, shot, at the stock market, when I started trading 3 years ago. So basically, this is basically what I do, and I do trading. And in order, guys, to start trading, you can't just go trading like that. Basically, you have to start trading paper money. That's what I did 3 years ago. And there's a website. It's called StockFuse, and it's there's an app for it. You can download on your Android. Also, you can download it on your iPhone, and that app is very good. That's where I started. It's called StockFuse. And then when I started 3 years ago, and I opened a small account with it, like a small account which was $10,000. When I say $10,000, 10,000 paper money, $10,000. And then believe it or not, it took me, I couldn't even double that 10,000. And then I was like, oh my God, what should I do? How do people do that? And then I was reading the news. I saw one day, I woke up, right? And then I turned on my computer, and then I saw a news on Yahoo, and that says, a boy challenges that. He said that, listen, I'm gonna double 10,000 a 10,000 account on a paper trading website. I'm gonna double it, and then if I double it, and then you give me real money so that I can double it too. And guess what? The boy did it. It's the same thing for me too. I did it, and then I turned mine actually into from 10,000. I turned mine into 10,000 to 30,000. You see, that's the 30,000 right there. 32,000, even like more than 30,000. And then it was 10,000. If you go on that website and then you sign up, you're gonna see three types, like the most popular ones, three type of account: a 10,000 one, and a 100,000 one, and a million. And then you can subscribe for like the three of them. The most important one is the starting small, the 10,000 one. If you can double it, I can guarantee you can do it. You can do it in the game. It's really hard. It takes a lot of work, dedication. You have to think about it constantly, because that's what I did before I invested real money. And then when I started investing real money, and I I started gaining, I started, winning money. And then I'm not saying like every trader, it doesn't matter who you are, even if you're Team Sykes, and you will lose somehow, but that 80%, you should you should lock it up. That 80%, you should win 80% of the time. If you don't win 80% of the time, or maybe I would say uh, um, 70% of the time, that's the last one. If you don't win like that, then I just trust me. You don't have to do it, and that's just the way it is, and it's very hard. But you guys, you can do it. Believe me. And it took me, and then guess what? It took me when I started, and then I was like, oh my God, I cannot even double that 10,000. It took me 2 years. I couldn't even double it. I kept restarted again, hoping that I could. And then that's when I realized I need to be obsessed with it. And then that's when I started to be obsessed with the market, obsessed with it. And then guess what? It took me only 2 months to turn that 10,000 into 20,000, double it. And another month, to triple it. Actually, I went up to 50,000. Actually, I'm down a little bit. If you can see, that red, you see it, like I'm down, like over, like 9,000 for this one, because the city RV, I bought it, right? And then you guys, I also want to share with you. It's this. Listen, this is a tip. This is a big tip. Nobody's gonna tell you that. No trader gonna tell you that. Some people were born to shorting, to short stock, and some people were born to go long. I mean, you buy it and then at the right moment, and then you sell it at the right moment. This is the way. The game is very hard, guys. You have to know when to get into it and when to exit. For the shorting, some people, they were born to short stocks. If you short it, you have to see, what kind of side you're most comfortable with. If you're really good at shorting or if you're really good at going long. You see, me myself, I'm really good at shorting. Every time I short, I win. But if I go long, I lose. You see that big red I'm talking about? Yeah. You see, I'm losing because I go long, because I can't. Because you have to realize, you have to know if you have to go long or if you have to short. In my case, I have to short, and then you see this one, that's the last one on the paper trading that I'm going long. I will never go long again in my life. And then after that, if you want to start trading for real, put real money, then open a Robinhood account. Don't start with big money. Only start with $500 and $1,000, even $1,500. Just like Tim Sark said, you can do that. But if you're putting like 5,000, 10,000 real money, no, don't do that. You have to start first with paper trading. Once you start paper trading, and then you're gonna see your weakness. You're gonna see your strength. That's when you're gonna know who you are. That's when you're gonna know if you really into shorting or going long. Some people will never realize that, because as soon as they start with real money and then they're losing real money and then they get scared. That's where the game gets you. But if you start trading with paper money, that's when you're gonna win. You're gonna win. You're gonna hack the system because you're gonna see your weakness. You're gonna see your strength. You know. And then I wish I studied earlier when I was probably 16, 15. If you get a kid, give them that game, the stock fuse, and start it on the phone, and then make them trade, so that they can be a pro by the age of 21. And that's really good. You see? Yeah, I'm not in my 30s, I'm in my 20s, but at the same time, I wish I studied earlier. It's just the way it is. And then you can see, I can show you, I'm always on the leaderboard. If you go on the leaderboard for the month, you see, number 20th, that's me. And then they only get 50 people out of thousands. Let me see, 1 week. I'm not in the 1 week because I lose a lot. You see, it's just the way it is. Like I'm telling you guys, it's very complicated, but at the same time, you can win it. You see, when you go for the year, I'm in the year. When you go for the year, the winners for the year, yeah, I'm top. I'm number 20th, just like I told you. And you guys, you should start doing that, paper trading, and then you're gonna see your weakness. Then you're gonna know where you stand. You see, all the time, if you look at all the time, like the winners for the leaderboard, all time, you see, I'm number 20. I'm number 47. You see, out of 50. I'm still on the list. And believe it or not, there was a guy, I think, he was always number one, number two, always one. I don't see him anymore because probably, Goldman Sachs, hired him, and if you keep getting on the leaderboard all the time, they're gonna get you. They're gonna send you email. They're gonna want you to work for them. It's true. I'm telling you, it's not a game. It's basically a game. But if they keep seeing you on the leaderboard, they will call you. And if you keep getting number one, number two, number three, I get number one. In like number one, number two, number three, like a month. For 2 months consecutively. But not really a lot. And then those guys are really good. You see those guys, number one, number two, they're really good. Once you are number one, they give you a crown. I've got the crown probably 3 times, and it's really good, guys. So you guys should do that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe, and then leave a comment if you want to, and then give me a thumbs up. Thank you.